Alrighty guys, so I decided what I'm going to do here with the 52, at least I'm just going to try it. I did drill out, I say drill, but I put a drill bit down through there and opened up the oil squirters for the piston and piston pin there. I have honed the cylinder. Obviously I have another piston in it, and it's actually turned out pretty good. There is one bad spot. I think you guys can kind of see it there. You guys can just catch it. It looks like a ridge down there. I set the piston up and down with a hammer, and it is not grabbing it, so I'm in full-on just send it mode right at the moment, and we're just gonna see what happens. It's my tractor, so guess what? If I use it for 20 minutes and it breaks a set of rings, breaks a set of rings. If it smokes like a train, it smokes like a train. Because I have another cylinder over here, which is exactly the same. Oh, and side note, I did remove the exhaust off of this. Did have one casualty. Well, I'll have to fix that, but I'm going to keep that on a 44 anyhow. The way I'm looking at it right now is this. Had I not ended up with this tractor would end up in the scrap pile, just because your average person, or if you took it to a guy to do this, he would tell you need another cylinder instantly, and that's what I would do if you brought it into me at work, because it's for somebody else. Just for me, myself, and I, I'm not worried about it. This tractor will never see 8 hours of work in a day. This tractor will be lucky if it works 8 hours in 3 years, probably. But this tractor may go down the road and go to somebody else. You never know. And I will full disclosure tell them that if it does. So let's put it back together and see what happens. If it smokes like a train, it smokes like a train. If not, oh well. So I'm gonna have to get the mag off of this working. I'm gonna have to fix the camshaft, and I need a carburetor. I have no carb on it, so I don't think the carb will be a problem. I think I have a couple of those up on the shelf up there, cabinet. So basically I'm just going to put it back together. I'm going to see if I can find some Loctite. That is the only thing I don't think I have, is some more Loctite for the camshaft. And I have a fan belt I can throw on this and try it up in the cabinet. I have no idea what the tank looks like. I haven't looked into that. Needs shift rods. Originally it had wood hand grips on it. You can see this tractor was all original, and it looks like it just sat for a long time. It takes a while to get rust pits like that. It doesn't happen overnight. That's good 25, 30 years. Hell, it could have sat for 40 years. And it had a standard piston in it too, and the bore's not all messed up really, so that tells me this thing wasn't used a whole lot and then sat. At some point, it does still have the low pressure oil. Wait a minute. Let's see. Low pressure oil pump? Yes. Has low pressure pump, but per usual, some we'll say uneducated person has plumbed it for high pressure or high volume, and yeah, that's, as you guys know around here, that's a pretty common thing. Nothing that can't be fixed, but that can be the death of these tractors too, for all I know. Because even with this motor apart, this thing is still kind of stiff, so as much water was in the motor, there may be that much water in the transmission too, and then planetaries could be stiff for a little while until we get some oil flowing through them and stuff. So one step at a time, gentlemen. So anyhow, here we go. I'm going to slap this baby on and see how it goes up and down, throw some oil to it, and let the oil drain out of the transmission tonight. And then I will go inside and watch my tow truck show and edit up some videos tonight. It is Sunday night, so here I go. Alrighty guys, so here's where I'm at. everything back together. I got the oil draining. You guys won't be able to see it, but it's actually mostly water. Go figure. Probably about a quart of water come out of it, and then I got some sludge. I'm just going to let it sit overnight. And tomorrow night I'll monkey with it. See if I got some Loctite for the mag shaft. Because obviously I unscrewed it by hand. Have not monkeyed with the Magneto at all. I took it off, sat it right there. That's been it. So I'll have to monkey with that. Cylinder heads there. Figure I'd show you guys what come out of the 52L here. Mainly water. I think you guys can pick up on that pretty good. There's oil over top of the water. You can see how much water came out of that. That's every bit of, I bet you a quart of water and just a smidge of oil come out of that. I let it sit there and drain all night. Since the tires are flat on this, I took about 3 bricks out from underneath of it and put the oil pan in underneath of it. So I'm going to stick the bricks back in there just so I don't manage to fall in a hole or something. And I guess I'm to the point now where I'm going to put oil in it and then stick the cylinder head back on and stuff. I never looked for Loctite. Damn it. Knew I needed something. Okay. So, do all that, and if I can't find some Loctite or something to do with the mag shaft, then we'll just have to wait till tomorrow night, but I still got to find carb. Still got to work on the mag. So, there's still a lot to do, but I'm going to put some oil in this thing, and then I can start turning it over and see if this motor and transmission loosens up, because it was still stiff even without the cylinder on it. It was stiff, so I don't know. It's you know, it's going to be pretty rough inside, I feel. So anyhow, let's see what we can do here. Bring you guys back if I find something entertaining or I get to working on some stuff, you know. So here we go. Okay guys, so the mag off of the 52L is pretty scary looking. And I have actually made some progress from before I turned the camera on, because when I turned the or when I took a picture rather, before I turned the camera on, the mag was actually completely locked up. Now it does turn over. The impulse even trips on this too. But I wasn't going to turn this over because I just sprayed a bunch of carb cleaner in here to clean the points, but luckily I don't believe she's sparking, so lucky on my part. Because I wasn't going to turn it over, and like a genius I forgot when I turned the camera on. At least I would have had it on video. Probably would have caught the workbench on fire, all the PV blaster I sprayed in this thing. So, for tonight I'm just going to go inside, that way I don't blow myself up and catch this thing on fire. It'll probably just catch on fire, but wood bench, a lot of my aerosol cans and stuff are in this cabinet. You know, plaster, carb cleaner. Anyhow, so I monkey with this some tomorrow night. I don't have high hopes of this mag working, because this mag, I mean, it's just real rusty, and obviously because it was stuck, it's just, you know, it's going to be bad, flat out. That's my thinking and opinion. I believe I still haven't fixed the mag shaft yet. That's probably why the mag shaft broke loose, is because that was stuck. I think I have a mag over here that works. I think there's another Wyco over here that works. I think his Fairbanks works too. I don't remember. I don't really like Fairbanks. I think there's, what is there? Three Wycos here. I believe 2 of the 3 are good. One is the rusty one off of the 53L. I'm thinking it's the one without the cover on the back there. I'm pretty sure the other 2 are okay. So, anyhow, that's where I'm at tonight. It's what, like 7:30. I've been out here like an hour and a half monkeying around. Made up some oil lines. Oil pump is working. I have it turning over. It turns pretty good for a while, and then it'll get like a tight spot to it. which I'm wondering if it's not in the planetaries in the transmission, and that's why it gets stiff, like it goes around, say it's got 20 good teeth and then runs across 20 bad teeth and then it's stiff and then goes back around, So that's what I'm thinking, considering the amount of water that came out of transmission. Granted, can I tell if it's recent water or old water? No. Judging by the motor and the mag, this thing has been underwater, I would guess, at some point in its life. Maybe it was in a flood or something. I don't know. If I happen to run into the guy that owned these once, I'll ask him, but I'm not going to bother him over that. So anyhow, that's it for tonight. It is Tuesday night, and I is getting ready to go in and watch Oak Island. Anybody else watch Oak Island? They're talking about it there. New one's on at 9, I think. And we'll go with it. Anyhow, till tomorrow night, gentlemen. Later. The old just in case. I don't really see this doing anything, but you never know. See if this will turn it over. Yep. Where's this thing leaking a lot of oil all of a sudden? Like it's dripping out in between the case halves. It's cracked. Nope, not. All I can say is, boys, this thing's stiff. Yep. Alright, if it's going to do something, it's going to be in this one. I got carb cleaner in the cylinder. So when she comes around the fire, she's going to do something. Hopefully it's something good and not breaking my fingers. So, here we go. Nothing. Nope. Okay. I'm going to have to get this thing turning over good, and apparently I either burned up the starter and the electric start card or the battery, because that should be able to wind that thing over pretty good. So, alright, maybe I'll take that starter off and look inside of it. Never know what I'll find. I don't know if you guys will be able to see this or not, but staring off into the sunset, and that is snow. I think you guys can see it now. It is April 21st, if I remember right. Yeah, yesterday was 4/20. Anyhow, I'm going back in the house. It's supposed to be 28 degrees tonight. Ridiculous. Okay, ye olde ritual. I switched the starter on the electric start cart set up here. So there's petrol lay in the tank, enough to make it run for a little bit. Throttle's open just a crack. carb cleaner. Alright guys, let's see if we can get this thing to light off here. I should probably get the fan going just in case it does, but yeah, because I know if this starts it's gonna smoke. About that. So here we go. I got some smoke right off the get-go there. Alright, I'm gonna have to tie that fuel tank up. It is trying, so I'm gonna say that starter is bad. Hold on, let me go. If I could get it to sit like that, okay, let me shut you guys off. Hold on. Okay, since I think it's going to actually run, I have no shift rods on this thing, so hoping it doesn't like stick in reverse or anything crazy. Just when you think you have the angles covered. Nope. 7 feet. That's what it's going to do too. It's going to... Well, let's see if that'll hold it. I didn't foresee this fuel tank being as big of a problem as it is. It is trying. I think this intake's leaking pretty bad. I think it's really only running off the carb cleaner. Alright, I better hold up for a minute before I fry my cables going down to this sorter. Alright, you guys kind of have a bird's eye view now. I did make up a new intake gasket. So, go for broke, shall we? Oh. Electric start card is going to hamper me again. Really? Really? Okay, freeze frame. Always, when you get the camera out. If you don't have the camera out, it won't do it. Okay. Alright. I'm going to say that other starter is definitely toast. I think half that's coming off the cables on the starter. Whew. I got a big old gulp of electrical smoke. Hold on.